Previously on Election.
Lots of kids my age carry a knife, and I think it's ridiculous. If I was leader, I would finish it right now.
10 of Britain's best young leaders have been put to the test.
I think that all leaders should show confidence when they're speaking.
They've had to campaign against dog poo,
Keep that
persuade office workers to dance, and host an ambassador's reception. Now we've got our top 5. From now on, there'll be more fun and frolics on a heart-wrenching adventure as they battle it out to prove who is the best leader. The final 2 will face each other in Parliament for a chance to win a personal meeting with the Prime Minister. Series judge Jonathan Dimbleby is tough and says exactly what he thinks.
I think she led rather badly.
And each week, one candidate will be sent home.
Your campaign's over.
Last week, Jack led Hazel and Quincy to victory on our Newsnight debate. The purple team lost after Amardeep struggled.
Amardeep, your campaign's over.
He was eliminated but didn't leave without a fight.
I think that was the wrong decision, personally. I don't think I should have gone to Strap.
In today's show, our 5 surviving candidates gather in Wimbledon Town Centre. One member of the losing side will be eliminated.
5-day weekend, 2-day week. What do you think, sir? 5-day weekend, 2-day week. Less work, more play. Yeah. Do you like my campaign?
Yeah. Awesome.
Do you think?
Yeah,
that's great. Would you say you'd follow me in my campaign?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm liking that because today's programme is all about campaigning, getting people to buy into your cause.
Jonathan Dimbleby has seen leaders win millions of people over to important causes.
Campaigning really can change the world. Think of the suffragettes getting votes for women, Nelson Mandela changing the face of South Africa, and the environmentalists who want to save the planet. Campaigning is a crucial skill of leadership.
Now we're down to 5. There'll be 3 people in one team and 2 in the other.
Right, team captains. Quincy! On your team, you've got Izzy and Jack.
Yes, Jack.
Tudor, you'll be team captain for the Green, and you've got the lovely Hazel with you.
Yippee.
Today's celebrity mentor is Ken Livingstone.
Oh, good morning.
Ken was Mayor of London for 8 years, so he knows all about campaigns. He fought to cut traffic by bringing in the congestion charge. He helped win London the 2012 Olympics. And in May, Ken fought a thrillingly close election campaign against Boris Johnson. Ken's been a mayor, a council leader and an MP, so some of his campaigns have been flushed with success. Others have been poo-pooed, like his campaign to reduce toilet flushing.
Now, what on earth can it be in the vase?
On average, every person in Britain flushes away over 150 litres of water a day. It's pants for the planet.
And so my task for you is to persuade people not to flush the toilet when they've only had a pee. And if you can crack this one, you can all have a great career in policy. You persuade people not to flush the toilet, you can persuade them to vote for you someday.
Perfect. And here we've got some little packs for you.
Each team gets some watertight facts to brush up on, piles of pee pledges and a snappy slogan.
There's a very good Australian slogan, if it's yellow, let it mellow, if it's brown, flush it down. Very Australian.
How embarrassing. The candidates will have to go up to busy adults in the street and talk to them about poo and wee.
That's the stubbiest toilet I've seen in my life.
How on earth will they persuade people to give their chains a rest?
Obviously, this is the green stand, the purple stand is over there. No chain, less drain. This is your toilet, but please don't sit on it, it's not real, and it might break.
Each team has a few minutes to work out how to lift the lid on this cringe-worthy campaign without getting told off for being potty-mouthed.
So what's our plan then? What is our plan?
We go round.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You can stay here and ask people to sign the petition. And our slogan is, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, If it's brown, flush it down.
It's about how we get them to sign it, remember?
How about this?
We need to explain it.
We can use like little facts because you know, like in England, the average person uses about 150 litres of water a day. That's about a tonne a week.
Yeah.
Then it sticks in their head. Then they think, yeah, maybe now that I know that, maybe I should join this.
The green team, Tudor and Hazel, decide to wade in with Ken's brown and yellow slogan.
It's just because for 1 week that if it's brown, you'll flush it down, but if it's yellow, let it mellow.
If it's brown, I'll flush it down, but if it's yellow, I'll let it mellow. I know it's a bit crude.
If the water is brown, in the WC?
Yeah, if it's brown, flush it down, but if it's yellow, let it mellow.
Oh, no, I have to flush.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just for 1 week?
No.
Because did you know that...
I can't leave my WC without flushing.
Will the purples prove any better at talking toilets?
So our campaign is that when you wee, just don't bother to flush because it doesn't do anything, it doesn't smell, and you're wasting loads of water.
So you can flush the toilet when you do number 2, but when you do a wee, we would like you not to flush for a week.
If you are against global warming and you want to save the amount of water, then
suggesting people to sacrifice self-hygiene in the name of global warming.
Would you do it?
No, because your bath will stink.
No, because it doesn't smell. If you spray a bit of deodorant, a bit of air freshener, you'll be laughing. So.
Ken, how do you think the teams are doing?
They're pushing themselves into people's face that they've never met before and having discussed going to the toilet. I mean, I couldn't have done that. I have got a whack in the mouth from my dad.
I know, I wouldn't be asking people about toilet things.
The green team stop being so upfront about wheeze and start persuading people with facts and figures.
If you flush your toilet every other time...
You'll save 15% on your water bill a month.
Oh, okay. So every other time.
Thank you.
A lot of people just don't want to know as soon as you mention we.
But if we're talking about saving water first, and then bringing on the subject, and then bringing on about environment change, but it's going very well.
The purple team try to pile up the P pledges by targeting groups.
So are all 4 of you up for it?
Yeah. Well done. We're going to try and get people to not flush their wee away. So would you be interested in signing it? Try and do it for a week.
It's a lucky number 2 for Jack.
Bonus.
But the real star of the purple team is Izzy. She's hardly pausing to take a breath.
Can I get you?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you very much. All you need to do is print your name there and sign it at the bottom. Thank you very much.
The purple team's getting seriously competitive with each other.
Excuse me, you think you've got loads? Look at that. And that's in the past, like, 3 minutes, man.
Both teams are boosted by Ken's backing. But purple leader Quincy is milking the ex-mayor for all he's worth.
Ken Livingstone, who's the ex-mayor, who's also right behind you.
Thank you. Got no choice really, have I?
Yeah.
But the Ken factor is not always a winner.
Ken Livingstone's right there behind you. And London.
I don't like Ken Livingstone, so thank you very much.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.
How do you find approaching complete strangers like that?
I used to just get embarrassed about talking to people, but now I don't mind. I can go and talk to anyone. Because I know that you can tell who you go up to if they're...
You've got the first skill of becoming a politician.
What's that?
Talking to anyone.
Thanks very much. Have a nice day.
The campaign's come to a close and it's time to tot up the P pledges.
Basically, you all did really well. It took me years to feel comfortable stopping strangers on the street and asking how they were voting or what they're going to do doing or trying to sell something to them. So I just think broadly you're brilliant.
Thank you. Superb. Well, we've done some maths calculations, some careful maths calculation, and worked out that the purples, you each had an average of 37 pledges per person, and the greens, you had an average of 35 pledges per person. So that means the purples are the winners for this test of skills for Ken Livingstone's Wheat
That's
Challenge.
even closer than me and Boris.
Exactly!
So in the Ken Livingstone Wee test, the purple team were the number 1s and the green team were the number 2. Now there are only 5 candidates left in the election house. The pressure is bringing them closer together.
Woo! I think I'm going to drop it.
But behind the fun and games, there's tension in the purple team. Izzy thinks that either Jack or Quincy isn't pulling their weight.
We won on the mini challenge, but only by like
2 more signatures on average. But I know for a fact that I got 45 signatures. So one person in our team is not pulling it up the same as everyone else.
The Greens think they can taste victory.
I'm not trying to be cocky, but hopefully I don't think, because I really don't know. I really want to get into the top. I've got confidence in myself that I will.
Any one of our 5 candidates could be eliminated in today's show, but they've all done well to have survived so far.
Final Five, oh my God, feels so different to when there were 10 people. It's like, whoa, mega change and everything.
The further you get, the more you want to win and the more upset I'll be if I go out, I think. But being in the Final Five is amazing. Let's just celebrate that, guys. Oh, whoop, whoop. Oh, whoop, whoop. Final Five. Final Five.
Today, 5 will become 4, and it all depends on the leadership challenge. The candidates gather at an old chocolate factory to find out what it is.
Your leadership challenge today is all about chocolate. Now, in front of you in this basket are cocoa beans. Now, as they are now, they don't taste that nice. But once they're turned into chocolate, it's yummy. Yep. Yes. Now, these beans are grown in places where there's hot climates. For example, Ghana. Yep. Where you're from. Yeah. And where is Ghana? Show us on the map.
It's right here in West Africa.
Ghana may be over 5,000 kilometres away, but thanks to a webcam, our candidates can talk to a class full of Ghanaian children whose mums and dads grow cocoa.
Do your families work on their farms?
Yep.
Yay! Do you help them?
Do you have fun doing it?
Oh.
Most cocoa workers earn about 50 pence a day, but thanks to fair trade, they don't just work on a cocoa farm, they own it.
What is fair trade?
Fair trade is fair price for my parents.
That means they can earn enough money to keep going.
Do you get time for school?
We have 5 days for school and 3 days for fun.
4 days school, 3 days fun.
It's like your weekend.
The Ghanaians may have to work so they can go to school, but they still share some hobbies with our candidates.
What football team do you support? Chelsea.
The Ghanaians' cocoa is used to make bars sold by fair trade company Divine Chocolate. 3 of the company's experts will be voting on the winning team. Series judge Jonathan Dimbleby will be eliminating 1 member of the losing team. Jonathan's on the lookout for a strong leader. Anyone showing signs of weakness risks his wrath.
Now I've got to tell you about your challenge, because what you're going to have to do is come up with a new brand of fair trade chocolate to promote to British children.
Each team has to come up with a name and a wrapper for their fair trade chocolate bar.
The name is the key to your brand, and it may or may not be descriptive of the chocolate inside, but it's got to communicate something unique about the product. You've got to think of your unique selling point.
1 member of each team is in charge of words. For the Greens, the pressure's on Hazel to come up with a name.
It needs to be like about fair trade.
Team leader Tudor is allowed to make suggestions.
Don't you think catchy? Don't you think that you can dream?
Something about reaching like goals and dreams and stuff.
If Hazel will let him.
Don't you think you could say about helping kids and helping other kids that aren't as don't have the needs?
Okay, Tudor, shush a minute.
I think we've got to make it like personal, you know what I mean? Because not so you can tell that it's not just a company that's made it up.
Izzy is in charge of coming up with a name for the purple team's chocolate bar.
How about milky or silky or I don't know. I can just like write down loads of ideas. Yeah, Heaven.
Team leader Quincy is allowed to help out, and Izzy's happy to listen to him.
So something like, I don't know, 1-2 crunch or something. 1-2 crunch.
But it'll have to be like 1.2. crunch.
The purple team have decided on 1-2 crunch. The greens aren't exactly sparking off each other.
Them.
Maybe
them.
What, reach them?
Them. Them.
What, them?
is the name of the bar.
When Hazel does listen, her leader's ideas aren't exactly inspiring. With no real leadership from Tudor, Hazel decides what the Green Team's bar will be called.
Reach their dream. Reach your dream. Reach it. Reach it. Reach for it. Like, reach for the chocolate as well. Reach it.
Jack's designing the Purple Team's wrapper, and he's certainly a colourful character.
Let's test what colours go together. Do you think it would be good if we used the theme colours of Ghana? Red, yellow, green and black.
But he's no expert on flags.
The outline could be pink. Should we use pink for the outline? No, red.
Tudor's been given the job of sketching the Green Team's wrapper.
Oh my goodness, I have such a good idea. If this is the sheet, have Reach It across there and then have two hands, one with the world, one with the Fairtrade logo with stars around the edge. So it's incorporating dreams, goals and the Fairtrade logo all in one with hands.
Unfortunately, art isn't Tudor's strong point.
Interesting, Tudor.
Well, I can't draw.
Never mind.
They said it wasn't the artistic value.
So each team knows what their fair trade bars are called and what the wrappers look like. It's now time for them to figure out how to sell them.
Now, what we need to do is think of a slogan, OK? A few words that you put with your bar that tells your audience something about the product, yeah? Think about your audience. Think about what you want to communicate with them. Think about how you want them to feel. But also, does it make you cool? Does it make boys fancy you? Does it make girls fancy you? You know, those are sort of values or properties in your brand. And you want a slogan that expresses that. So short, snappy, few words, and memorable, because you really want other people to remember it, yeah?
Unwrap a snap?
Yeah, it could be unwrap, and then you've got to snap it.
Unwrap to snap actually does link to One to Crunch.
because you have to snap it to get
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Yeah.
Unwrap and snap.
Right, so we've got this. We need to say One to Crunch.
Actually, what about munch and make a difference, then hyphen, then we'll reach it? Or munch and make a difference? Because you've got
I think that's
reach
good.
it.
Munch to make a difference.
Yes!
Each team has to present their ideas to the judges.
Panel, thank you for joining us today. It's now time to hand over to the Purple Team to present to you their pitch.
Will they have the confidence to get their ideas across?
1, 2, crunch. Just unwrap and snap. Now, for our task, we were asked to create a chocolate bar that was original, and our target audience were actually kids. Now, the name was very important because we needed a name that was catchy and snappy and stuck in children's heads.
After Quincy's strong start, the spotlight's on Izzy.
So we listed lots of possibilities and we finally came up with the 1, 2 crunch. Now this is a great one because you can use it in two ways. It can be the one to crunch, like the only chocolate bar, but also 1 to crunch, which is different because it uses numbers.
Izzy makes a pitch-perfect performance, concentrating on how fun their bar will be.
It's easy, it's fun, it's no hassle.
But can Jack finish the Purple Team's pitch and style?
Now, the fair trade would be at the bottom of the packet and it would be embedded on the chocolate. So if you missed it on the packet, as soon as you put that chocolate in your mouth, you will see it's fair trade.
Panel, you've just seen the purple pitch. It's now time to hand over to the Green Team to...
Tudor and Hazel have been two of the series' most confident candidates. Will they take the pitch in their stride?
I'm Tudor.
And I'm Hazel.
And today we'll be trying to persuade you to vote for us and for our new chocolate bar, Reach It.
Green Team leader Tudor lets Hazel do most of the talking.
We chose the name Reach It because for two meanings. The literal meaning, reach it for the chocolate bar, and the deeper meaning, reach it because you're helping the countries in Africa reach for their goals, dreams and fantasies by helping them with fair trade.
The Greens focus on fair trade.
There's the fair trade logo. It's big and bold, getting people into their mind that it's fair trade, and it's one's the world, so incorporating the world that we're all going to pull together and use fair trade.
Some of their ideas are quite serious.
The slogan we've chosen, Munch to make a difference, is to make a difference to developing countries and cocoa farmers all around the world, like the people, the children that we talk to on the webcam, and help fair trade, because of course fair trade is obviously a very important thing, and we believe strongly in it.
Everything hinges on how well the pitches impress the judges. They're looking for zappy names, eye-popping rappers, persuasive posters and snappy slogans.
I thought the Purple Team's pitch was great, actually. Really pacey, really well constructed.
It introduced you to the chocolate and the character of the chocolate very well.
The Green Team gave a really clear understanding of fair trade in their presentation.
But I'm not sure it sold you a chocolate bar.
Can the teams come through to the room, please? Panel, we're going to ask you to vote for either the Purple Team or the Green Team. If you think the Purple Team got their message across better, please pick up a piece of dark chocolate. If you think the Green Team presented their argument better, please pick up a piece of white chocolate.
That's one for the Purples.
Difficult decision.
Two for the Purples. That's a hat-trick for the Purple Team.
You saw the result. You know only too well what happens now. It's back to the house. Why you didn't get it, and one of you, I'm going to have to say, your campaign's over. Let's go.
The victorious Purples win themselves a terrifying treat at the London Dungeons. But nothing in the Chamber of Horrors is as painful as being put on the rack by Judge Jonathan Dimbleby. For the first time in the series, there are just two candidates in the losing team, and we're about to say goodbye to either Tudor or Hazel. Both of them have faced elimination before, but they've also shown some excellent leadership qualities.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Captain Tudor.
Tudor proved a cheekily charming riverboat captain.
Lady in the wire who's asking the questions, you can stop laughing at me.
He maxed out on the memory test with an unbeatable 30 out of 30.
Congratulations.
And he led his team to victory in the Haka Hula dance-off. Hazel proved herself a strong team player when she rescued Quincy on Jacob's Ladder. She won an argument on our special edition of Newsnight.
If people have antisocial behaviour, then they deserve to be punished.
And gave a challenge-winning presentation in the girls' chewing gum campaign.
Gum for garbage!
Tudor and Hazel lost today's leadership challenge. Jonathan Dimbleby will have to decide which one of them survives and which one of them is sent home.
Well, you've both been here before. It was a difficult test, but you lost, without any question, comprehensively. Tudor, you were team leader. You didn't really lead. You allowed Hazel, put it bluntly, to walk all over you.
Yeah, because Hazel's quite a strong character. And I don't mean to sound nasty, and I'm not going to say... Well, she bossy. I think that might be a bit too a stronger word.
We've been over this before too, haven't we?
Yeah.
You were being bossy, overbearing, weren't you?
I mean, I think that on this task, maybe I was a tiny bit, but when you're not being led at all, it's quite hard to try and not, because sometimes you do have to step up to the mark, because I couldn't just I didn't know what to do, to be quite fair, because if I wasn't being leaded, then what else could I have done?
And you felt Tudor wasn't leading you at all?
Not really, no.
You don't think sometimes you're so certain of your own ideas, so certain that you're right, that no one could lead you?
No, I think that I would have taken leadership if it was there, but unfortunately on this task I don't think it was there at all.
It's pretty harsh.
No, I take it into account that now what Hazel said, looking back on it, I realised that I could have given a bit more leadership skills, but as Hazel is a very strong personality and wants to be leader, I didn't want to upset her or make her feel like that she wasn't part of a team, so I thought, oh, let's compromise on some of the things. And I can see that she didn't tell me she wanted me to be a bigger leader or show more power, and that's why I didn't.
But we've got this upside down. You're the leader.
Yeah.
The task of leading is to take people with you, not to say, oh, Hazel wants to be a bigger leader. I've got a real problem with both of you. I really don't know which way this should go. Because you were leader and you failed to lead. You weren't the leader and you made his problem worse by being so bossy. Hazel, why should you stay?
I think I should stay because on this task I don't think I was all to blame, and I think that From the last time that you said I was being overpowering, I think I have improved. Maybe not all the way, but I think that next time I am team leader, I will be able to show you that I'm not as overpowering as I was, and I think there's still something in me which could win this competition and is not ready to go.
Why should you stay, Tudor?
This challenge didn't show my best leadership skills, and I don't think we worked as well as a team as we could have, because of course we're both very strong. But in the previous challenges, I've showed that I can work with a team and I can also lead the team, because in the hula challenge I led the team and we won. And I believe that in the other challenges, like I said, I can be with the team and work together, work well with other people, so I really want to stay. And I think I can make it.
I have to make a decision, and it's not an easy decision to make. And you've got a long way still to go, Hazel, in my view. Tudor, your campaign's over.
All right, thanks very much. I'm not going to do an arm and even say that I don't agree with that.
You've done well to get this far, you know that.
Yeah, thanks
You've
very
done
much.
well to go this far.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Well done, Hazel. Well done.
Well, I think you deserve a high 10 for getting through
Thanks
that.
so much.
There we go, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you must be disappointed,
Yeah.
but top 5.
Yeah, it's pretty good going. Pretty good going.
You happy with that?
Yeah, happy.
You sure?
I'd like to go all the way, but
I know.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all.
No, you can't win them all, but you must feel like you're a winner in some respects.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think you've learnt through this whole process?
I learned to get on with different types of people.
It is tough in there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can you
it
try and
is.
explain what it's like before, as you know you're going to go through into the boardroom and see Jonathan? What goes through your mind?
Well, after you've done like 3, it gets a bit like, oh, do I have to do it again? So I was trying to be a bit more laid back, and you just expect the worst.
Throughout the series, we've seen a fantastic character in
Thank
you,
you.
and we're going to miss you immensely.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Sorry to see Tudor go. It gets more painful as they go because you know more about them and you find them all so impressive and engaging. But Hazel had to stay.
Did you think it would be you?
For a bit, yeah.
Only for a bit?
Yeah.
That's quite confident.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to get through?
Very. Next time, I'm not losing.
You're
I'm
not
winning.
losing, but how can you guarantee that? Because Jonathan did say you don't listen and you can be bossy.
Maybe. A bit.
A bit?
Maybe.
But I think you've got to learn.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could be going. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tudor's campaign is over. He fought bravely and reached the last 5.
Love you all.
For the 4 survivors, victory is in sight. Next week on Election, our candidates try to convince shoppers that plastic's not fantastic.
You put your stuff in one bag, and then you give us the 2 other ones.
And it's boys against girls as the teams battle to save 2 endangered animals.
Anyone want to wear the monkey glass?
The Tamarind and the Komodo Dragon.
All right, let the Komodo